Here we go. This is my very first ever seriously applied live stream. And we're going to start with the very beginning of Marvel's Midnight Suns. It's going to be normal. It's going to be a walkthrough with advice for anybody new or who's been playing and they wonder why things aren't working out for them. And I also want to eavesdrop on the characters. The characters are an important factor in this game. This isn't to shoot 'em up. This is strategy. It's developing friendships or whatever. But first, we've got some cinematics. And really, really poor animation.
You know how much I hate this hocus-pocus nonsense, Faustus. Now you want to tell me just what the hell is so important?
Sleeping Mother, Sacred Harbinger, awaken and reclaim what is yours. You who rise with the moon in darkness, who prepares the path for the midnight sun. Turn your merciless eyes upon us, and arise!
Nice show, Doc. Next time, call Zemo. Better yet, I'll just shoot you and save us all the trouble.
Here we go.
I can feel it, Rox. Trouble in the air. More innocent blood joining you soon. Head back to your magic castle. You ain't welcome here.
It's called a sanctum. And welcome or not, this is where fate has determined the Sorcerer Supreme needs to be.
Tell fate. Answers no.
This is the secret guardian you dragged me 5,000 miles to meet?
Who's the mouth?
Mr. Stark is brash, but I assure you, he can be trusted.
Wait, you seriously don't know who I am?
The fabric of magic is shifting, Johnny. The prophecy of the Midnight Sun is upon us.
Your last crusade cost me plenty. This time I intend to look after my own.
Hey pal, I don't think you understand. Things are changing. 2 + 2 no longer equals 4. Up is sometimes down, and strange here is actually starting to make sense.
Do I look like someone who gives a damn about any of that?
No, you look like you should be bouncing for the double deuce. Listen, all I know is hell's coming, and my pal here says you can help.
That's where you're wrong. Hell's not coming. It's already here. You're welcome, Robo-Man.
Iron Man?
Okay. Suppose now I
It's
should
okay. It's fine.
click into
I know what he
gear.
meant.
We come all the way out here, and the old man runs off with that precious page of yours. Could have at least left us some VIP passes for the carnival. Maybe blown up a few monsters on the way out.
Johnny Blaze has sacrificed a great deal for this world already. I am certain he will come around given time.
Thought you said time was the one thing we didn't have. All right, let's just wrap this up. I think I've got sand in my nanopolymer weave.
Okay, so first of all, some of the character writing is a little iffy. If there's one thing we can be sure of in the comics, Doctor Strange is not verbose. He usually keeps his proverbial cards close and doesn't overspeak. Anyway, we've got 3 kinds of cards, right? Attacks, skills, and heroics. You can tell if there's daggers on them, little icons with numbers, or a shield. When you use an attack card, it'll give you a heroism. If you use a shield icon card, it'll give you 2. Of course, these are all subject to change if you enhance any of these cards. But the thing about these also is they give you 3 card plays, but once you're really into the game, that's relative. You may be doing 6 card plays for your turn. You'll see. Anyway, let's hit something.
Sure, why not? I bet you guys couldn't even beat the security guards in my parking garage.
Also, I can move this around a little bit. Rotate them. So you get a good view of everything. Now,
Get it done any way we know how.
now Iron Man's air superiority is a really good one.
Something.
Even if Doctor
Am I
Strange
really gonna have to bring out the big guns for this?
even if Doctor Strange isn't impressed, anybody could be impressed with air superiority. It hits everything.
That'll work.
Interesting tactic.
Now, the other thing is, we've seen so far in this very first round that we have what's called minions. They're very simple foe, and anything you do will take them out. But that'll change in the next turn.
Perhaps there's a bounty on Sorcerer Supremes?
They will usually say something if they're being targeted. And in this case, they're, I think, all targeting Doctor Strange. So the ones that are not the easy minions are going to have a health meter over their heads. They'll always have an icon showing who they're going to attack when you hit end turn. But this may take a little more. Or maybe
That
not.
suit may be a marvel of technology, but it's no match for the mystic arts. Allow me to demonstrate.
Oh, so it's a contest now. Then you take the extra creepy one.
Gladly.
Okay, so what we're going to do is weaken one of them. You could see this particular feature here on this ability will take one and knock it into the other.
Let me show you the way. Apparently our reputation isn't enough to scare off these so-called children of Lilith.
Now, the reason why I did that instead of take out the 2 easy ones is because these guys hit harder. And you don't want that. So what we're going to do here is we weaken this one enough that we can blast
Let's do it.
one of these big ones.
Wow, that's embarrassing.
That leaves one nice ability to take the other big one out, and a little one's gonna attack, I guess, Doctor Strange.
Follow my movement. I truly doubt they're paying you enough for what's about to happen.
Here we go. Ready?
Really, I'm flattered, but save some for the others.
Who's running the show here?
Okay, at the start of each turn, hero icons will appear above each enemy. We talked about that. So you know who's going to get attacked and who isn't. Also, in this case, Doctor Strange is in danger. So many of them are going to attack. There will be some left. But is there something that Iron Man could do for him?
Now that I have their attention, perhaps a blessing is in order. Something protective?
Well, I could give you a hand, or a shield in this case.
In the spirit of cooperation, I'll accept your offer. Just this once.
Don't mention it.
Also, note since this has a shield on it, and it's an ability as opposed to an attack, we're going to get 2 heroism that we could use later. So use skill cards to control the battle, gain heroism, protect yourself or others, those sort of things. So it is a worthwhile investment. I mean, there are people who have played this game and they're gonna
I won't forget this.
they're gonna toss a card because, oh, it's not hitting something. But you know what? Sometimes that's a good investment, and you want to do that. We know he's gonna get hit. He's gonna get hit a bit. We don't want him to get knocked out, and then Iron Man's given something that he can take those hits. Because look at all these things. That's nasty. So, oh, they insist because he's pointing this way, but anything that lines up will work.
This won't end well for you.
Come on. Run forward. No?
I'm skeptical of your chances, but stranger things have happened.
So this is the other thing. We're in the middle of the tutorial. We haven't gotten some features like moving to change it to get into a better position. So we don't have that luxury. Again, we're looking at a character over here that's lesser, that will not hit him as hard. And then you've got one over here that will. And this one, because we've weakened it, we can get rid of it, since we don't have the luxury of they're sideways to us. So I'll just take this and smack him into this rock.
Watch closely.
So now one larger,
You should have that examined at some point.
so one larger one will attack him instead of 2. One larger one and one little one is going to get him. Can't do anything about it. We have heroism, but nothing to do with it just yet. But watch the next turn. Okay.
It's almost going too well.
Yeah.
I think we pissed them off. Got a spell for that, maybe?
Interesting. A spell to change the very demeanor of our enemies. Something along the lines of the psionic manipulations of Eros of Titan?
If you can't make it happen in the next 10 seconds, I'm not interested.
Okay, so now we've got air superiority to look forward to. So we know if we weaken enough of these bigger ones, they'll all disappear. at least for the most part, including this one, so we're not even worried about that. That one's not lined up to anything. But we do have something here we could do. Anything we can... Oh, we got one of those too. Jeez, man. Can't we get rid of these things? Anyway, because I have knockback, I want to take out two things, or at least weaken them enough so that air superiority will take them out anyway. So that's what we're looking to do. These guys are all big, so let's do that.
Let's give it a go.
Okay, so these guys are weakened. Air superiority will take them out.
Lilith doesn't care about you. I hope you realize that in time.
Okay, now we've also got blast. And as you know, there's someone behind us who's pretty big. So we want them whittled down to size as well. So we'll take that one out.
Here we go. Oh, that? It was nothing.
Okay, so, and look at all the heroism we got. By the way, whenever you bring Doctor Strange on a mission, you tend to get a lot of heroism. Just the nature of the beast. Now, as you can see, we're going to get just about everybody except two of these. But there's more to come. You can see that. Hold on. Stay tuned.
I don't do this for just anyone. Hey, it worked, didn't it?
Now we get to see environmental attacks, which are really cool to have. Anything from knocking down a telephone pole across a whole line of them, to jumping on something, to vault and land on somebody, or in this case, to throw rocks. And we have heroism left.
And while you ponder arrows, maybe we should just try throwing a big rock at him?
So let's give each of them something to do. Let's give this to Iron Man.
This should be good.
Throwing a rock. Now, Doctor Strange, he's a different kind of guy. He's going to have a different technique in doing that.
Let's try.
Whoa. Ta-da! And that's how the basics work.
If I'm being honest, that encounter went better than I expected.
Tony, I've been noticing a recurring gamma spike.
You see, this is why you shouldn't eat spicy food, Bruce.
Localized in the West Village, converging on the Sanctum.
Wanda.
The collective works of the universe's greatest sorcerers, and he left them underneath the takeout menus.
He's such a New Yorker.
Shifting mystical polarities are wreaking havoc on my portals.
You don't say. You okay, kid?
Yes. Are you?
Let's, put a pin in that.
Whoa. Ugh. It's Carol Danvers!
Carol.
Bruce and I have been trying to reach you. He'd have come himself, but he's...
Oh, you did the big green guy proud.
I really should up my homeowner's insurance.
Hail Hydra!
Miss Maximoff, the wards of protection, if you please.
Stephen, I can fight. I've got control now.
Then show me by activating the wards. In the meantime, in honor of our missing companion, the rest of you may feel free to smash away.
Hydra Mortalis!
All is well, for the moment.
Nice one, Carol. Always the direct approach.
You know I don't mess around. Besides, we picked up some crazy gamma readings coming from, well, here. Guessing that explains the Hydra goons and ominous green lights.
Yes, but not while you fail to use the front door.
Hi, how about we discuss proper hero landing etiquette after we take down the bad guys?
This from a billionaire who can just fix it by just raising a pinky and giving orders. Alright, let's see what we have. We have a Winds of Watoomb, we've got Blast, and we got a whole mess of these guys. Not a big fan of that. But let's start with this. Use tab to quickly switch between targets when a card is selected. I don't understand. Oh, okay, I get you. But that doesn't do me much good. But this does do me good, so I'm gonna do this. Get 2 of these guys out. Why, you wanted me to do that? I can't reach it.
Watch and learn, my friends.
I know that wasn't your signature move.
I kind of keep this here because at some point we may need that. Now, weakening somebody might not be a bad idea either. Is that the way to do it? That's a good question. I don't know what they're going to give me next, to be perfectly honest. Well, one way or the other, it's a tutorial. We're not going to die, so.
I'm saving my energy till we need it.
Not bad. Not great, but not bad.
Yeah, you know those two. Anyway, use redraw. We got redraw here. We don't have enough heroism to use photon beam, so we're going to redraw it and get something else. Now, you're by default entitled to get 2 redraws in typical games. So do this, hold down the R, and here comes something else. Ooh. Yeah, let's take that.
Take this.
Love the effort.
Okay, so we don't have too much here except this. Well, we do have this. So let's give that to Strange because he's nearby. Okay. So we have 2 heroism left. We've got 1 guy. He's going to hit Iron Man. I think he could take it.
Fall back and regroup.
They just don't know when to quit.
Ah.
I like it when we're in control of the situation.
Now, when you've got something like a rock or that box we had, that's 1 heroism. To slide something takes 2 heroism usually, and we have 2 heroism to play with. So they're suggesting we take a hero and move them. Should we give Carol something to do? I think we really should. And using the tab, I've moved her over. Let me take a look at the view over here. Now, look at this. We got a nice lineup here. If we can get it so that we could line her up to kick this couch across 3 people. Maybe the slide itself isn't enough, but knocking somebody into somebody else might not be a bad idea. You can get a preview of what you can do just by doing this. I'm not seeing anybody necessarily getting knocked out from that. So let me change my angle. Oh, see, now you can start seeing the people you can ricochet into. Get 2 people. I don't know. It's a shame. We're out of range. If you could see, there is a radius. So it's just one way or the other. So I'm gonna have to go with
Not a
that.
problem.
So use up to 5 cards will be drawn to fill your hand at the start of the turn. Consider which cards to play and which cards to redraw. Some people will redraw right up front, some people won't. But I want to warn you, there are some of the heroes that have certain qualities where redraw has a different role. Iron Man is exactly that kind of person, where he may have a card in his hand, and if you hit redraw, it will not remove it, but it'll change it into something more powerful or have a little bit more pizzazz to it. So redraw has an evolving role in to do this, and sometimes it doesn't redraw. We will see that too.
Oh, that Davenport was at least a century old. What a waste.
Ah, poor guy. Let's see now. I could see Winds of Watu might be helpful if you're in the right place. By the way, this is a really good card. In general, it will bring back stuff that you already had, but in addition to that and the heroism, it will give you 4 card plays next turn. And we do want to kind of end it by next turn if at all possible. Where are you, Strange? Can we do something with that?
Prepare yourselves.
Not bad.
What if we get Photon Beam? I would love to see that. Double your current heroism. See, but is that worth it? Maybe in the next turn.
A moment.
See, now you also have to think about, I get yay many moves in a turn, and I don't want to, even if something is a really good thing to have, like new plan, maybe that doesn't work for me because I want to use that to attack something. Now we could get probably
Watch and learn, my friend.
Interesting.
Now we don't have any more card plays. There are some things we just simply can't do. We can't use, there's no rocks or boxes or things to throw at them or slide at them. I don't think. No. Because we certainly have enough heroism. And these things are out of range. So I guess a couple of them are going to have to get hit. Strange still has 13 of his shield. So that's a good thing. Also keep in mind, since those characters are injured by half, they won't hit as hard as they would if they were full.
Regroup at position Tango. I'm down to responding.
Okay.
I'm feeling good about the situation, all things considered.
How do these guys just keep showing up?
They are surprisingly relentless. In any event, we must provide Wanda the time she needs to activate the wards of protection.
Oh, see, now I like this one. We can. There's a line of 3 guys right through Iron Man. Iron Man will not be hurt by this. And we do have what it takes to do a photon beam. So let's try that first and see where we go. Let's see how that lines up.
Fair enough.
Photon Beam is one of those cards that will give you that opportunity, that will let you hit a line of them to the end of the scene, not just a limitation, but it goes all the way through. There are some really nice ones that do that. You'll see one with Ghost Rider later. Now, do we want that much heroin? No, we could do the same thing without that.
This shouldn't take long. I heard Lilith is kind of hot. Any of you dorks make a move yet?
You weirdo. Okay, so we have 2 card plays. We don't have to do anything else. We could just take these guys out.
Is that all? You'd think after 80 years of failure, Hydra would throw in the towel already.
One more. And we're out.
Don't make the same mistake twice.
So that's the basics of tutorial.
The wards. Something's blocking them.
Not something. Someone.
Gozer?
Lilith. Mother of demons, harbinger of the midnight sun. Prophecy or not, you overstep. Challenging the Sorcerer Supreme.
Be silent. Be still.
What just happened?
Ow! Be gone.
No!
A fellow daughter of Transia. You remind me of my own beloved.
In virtute vishanti! Well done, Miss Maximoff. Your unique energy surprised her.
Whoa! I'm fine. What? I'm fine.
The prophecy is in motion. Lilith is still out there growing stronger each second the midnight sun approaches.
Define stronger.
If we are to have any chance of stopping her, there is only one option left to us.
I won't go back there.
We all must eventually face our demons, Miss Maximoff. However, one of us should remain behind to maintain the wards of protection.
See you on the other side.
By the way, being my very first stream, I'm going to take a look and see if any weird technical anomalies are happening and learn from them so it doesn't happen the next time I do this. So hopefully there's a minimum of those. I mean, really.
Okay, you did that one on purpose.
The fabric of magic is unwinding. We are fortunate to be here at all.
And where is here, exactly?
Salem, Massachusetts. Well, a pocket dimension in Salem, Massachusetts.
Oh, suburbs. Nice.
Welcome to the Abbey. Home of the
Midnight Sun.
Yay! We love the Midnight Suns.
The hell is this? Lilith's Junior Demon League?
Wait, it's that jerk from TV. Which one?
Now, if everyone would just take a moment...
Enough!
you're standing on my flowers.
Oh, been a long time, Sarah.
It's caretaker now.
If I could have avoided this moment, I would, but...
Oh, spare me the speech. I know Lilith's back. We're sisters after all.
Guess we're suddenly invisible now.
Shall we chat, Stephen?
That cloak looks so plastic.
No one can argue that the Hunter earned their rest in the first battle against Lilith. I only hope they are up for the task once more.
You wizards always make everything sound so lofty. I raised my sister's only child as a weapon against her.
And saved the world in the process.
Now you want me to dig them up and ask them to do it again.
I did not write the prophecy, Sarah. Besides, I am no common grave robber. We are simply reuniting their ethereal essence with their corporal form. Speaking of, it would help to have a mental image for the procedure. Spare no detail. Spiritual identity theft is no laughing matter.
Okay, it's time to make our character. Sorry. Now, when I did my first run through, I did a female character. And I did it, as you'll understand eventually, I did it with a balanced approach. And I really like the balanced approach. It's the best of all worlds. But for this, we're going to do a guy. Now, the one thing I have a problem with, well, I don't have a problem with it, but personally, the character should have a family resemblance. We're talking about someone who's the son of Lilith, and that Lilith wasn't always the green monster. She was this Eastern European woman, pale, black hair, clear eyes, however that is. And I really want the hunter, my hunter, to look like that. So, eventually I'll get to do more things with it. So I want them to be a pale kind of guy. That doesn't mean that's what I am. I mean, I'm not pale and I don't have blue eyes. And eventually I'd like eyes that are a little clearer than that. I don't want green. I'm probably going for gray or lavender eventually, or something else. This also, I mean, as you can see, we can move it around. I'm also not into cliches. This is supposed to be black hair? I mean, it looks like brown hair to me. Call me weird. But, and also, this game has the worst facial hair. Everything looks, so, I am just happy to, you know what, I'm happy to have, stubble right now, because facial hair. I want a little bit of this because the guy's been sleeping for 300 years. And he's being resurrected, so he was in stasis, so we're not expecting a Rip Van Winkle, but we do want to see a little something going on there that at some point has to be addressed. I don't want cliched stuff. I'm not looking for, you know, ponytail in the back. I'm not looking for a mohawk. They didn't have that in those days, okay? So that's not how the way I do it. I would like it darker than this for black hair. Eyebrows, same color. I would have liked them a little different, but that's life. Stubble for now is a good start. Messy hair that needs to be trimmed at some point, perhaps. So this is more in line with what I want now, and eventually we'll have more options to have different color eyes, maybe even paler skin to be more like Mom. And So I'm looking forward to making some changes, giving him a different hairstyle. But for now, let's start with this. And that's what we're resurrecting. So the other thing I don't get is, does everything have to be Latin?
Child of light and darkness, you who tame the night, hear the voice of those who beseech thee and...
The collar! Wait! Wait! Ah!
Mother.
So, that's a good thing, right?
So yeah, I have a problem with people using Latin, especially if these come from Eastern Europe.
Sarah. Where is she?
As far as resurrection spells are concerned, I've seen worse. Particularly on myself.
Tony, come on. It's perfectly safe.
That thing wakes up and takes a bite out of you. Don't blame me.
Visiting hours are over.
You can't stay here forever.
There's nowhere else I should be.
Just saw that Stark guy poking around behind the mirror table.
Find me as soon as they awaken. And Blade, be nice.
Always am.
Blade's one of the better rendered characters. I mean, people like Stark look like Ken dolls, And it's always nice when they've got someone who looks like a person more. Maybe I'm just being too picky, but when you've been in Second Life and people can do better, then you get spoiled, I guess. Oh, and nobody has kneecaps. Watch for that.
So cold. But the air burns with every breath. Has it been so long? I know this place. In my dreams, it was always empty. But now I sense I am not alone.
Have to admit, Hunter, you make one hell of an entrance. Guess that makes two of us.
You should have struck when you had the chance, vampire. You will not live to regret your error.
Cute, and Caretaker told me to be nice. Relax, Slayer, I'm a friend. You just don't know it yet.
Yes, I saw you with Sarah before. But what would she want with a vampire, unless...
The name's Blade, and I'm no ordinary vampire. I get you've been out of commission, but I thought you noticed since we're having this little showdown under the freaking sun.
A Dampier. Daywalkers were a myth, even to me.
Says the half-human, half-demon monster hunter.
Okay. Where do we go with this? We can do this, but I know eventually they'll give us some more detailed thing. These three are all going to route into the same answers.
You appear quite versed in my history, Dampier.
Heard my fair share of stories from Caretaker. The legendary hunter, child of Lilith, last champion of the blood. Some call you angel, some demon. Probably a little of both. Led the Knights of Wundagore against the armies of darkness until you fell at...
Fell?
Shoot, This is why they don't normally have me do the meet and greets.
I can see why.
Right. As much as I'd love to see how much weirder this conversation can go, we should probably get moving.
Agreed. The prophecy is in motion. I can feel it. We have wasted too much time here already.
Man, the others are really gonna love you.
Others?
Yeah, you've got a little fan club, I think. But why spoil the surprise? Hope you're up for the challenge, chosen one.
Okay, now it's time to interact with our new friends. And Blade becomes the first character that we can bring with us on a mission. Now you could take a look around at everything here. It's pretty. Caretaker's been busy with the flowers. As you can see, there are these. They'll be around eventually. And we can open up and get special things, from upgrades to our outfits to special things we can take with us to battles and give us an advantage. We'll see. Also, it will become important for us to go foraging, because when you gather herbs and mushrooms and such, you can put them in a cauldron and again make stuff that we can use to our advantage.
Did I miss something? Or did Miko just raise the dead?
I definitely helped, but no, that's the one thing I can't do.
You were never able to raise the dead.
Huh? But she just did.
Maybe the hunter wasn't all dead.
Some part of them had to be alive, otherwise my spell wouldn't have done anything. Which makes sense, I guess.
Sounds like a reach to me.
Huh, coming from a vampire who loves to sunbathe at the pool.
Half vampire.
Half dead hunter.
Either way, wouldn't count on that working again.
Yes, we know.
Just trying to help.
How? By keeping an eye on things out here while the big wigs decide the fate of the world inside?
Someone has to babysit the kiddie table.
Babysitting or not, you realize they still have you out here with the kiddies, right?
Oof, ouch.
Okay, so now you can see where there'll be conflicts later
Hi,
on.
Hunter.
Hunter.
Man, I just wish I could have brought my brother Gabe along. He'd love this place.
Yes?
Well, I guess we should talk to Miko. She's the youngest, but also the leader.
Hunter. Not sure if you remember me, but we met briefly before. I'm...
The witch who called me back from the grave.
Told you.
Or Nico, but either works. And this is...
Robbie Reyes. Oh man, never thought I'd be standing next to you. Got quite a rep. I mean, caretakers told us stories.
That's Ileana.
Привет.
And I think you already met Blade.
Of course. Caretaker has reformed the Midnight Suns.
Whoa. How did you...
Your power. I can feel it. I always do.
So, welcome home. I guess we...
I never left.
Right. Well, we can fast forward through the tour then. The Abbey is still, well, you know, the Abbey. Basic stuff. Dorms, war room, library, a few places to chill, and, whatever the hell the Forge is. Have to say, for a haunted transient castle raised on the cursed grounds of Old Salem, it's pretty cozy. Of course, that doesn't stop us from adding some improvements. We can all thank Robbie for the Wi-Fi. Oh, and one more thing. We've got some new house guests now. You think we're a fun bunch, just wait until you meet them. Speaking of, we're here.
Yeah, okay. Spend 10 minutes in this place alone, Bruce, then see. Oh, gotta go. Show's about to begin.
Haha. This is where we get to play around and listen to what people are saying.
There isn't time for a refresher, much less that sort of training regime. You'll have to trust that the Hunter's past experience is enough.
Taking a big risk with your chosen one.
You act as if I'm thrilled with the situation. If you're concerned, then be all the more vigilant out there.
Easy for you to say.
I don't know if that's picking up way there, but if you see by the text...
Tell that to Wanda.
You following me, Doc? Maybe you should go introduce yourself to the youngins.
I'm sure they know of the Sorcerer Supreme, and I wasn't following you.
How long have you two been sharing a room now? A day?
Oh, I don't know. What do you say, Doc? 6, 7 hours?
6 hours, 43 minutes, 8 seconds. And counting.
Wow, and you're already bouncing off each other like an old married couple.
Careful now, you're gonna make his cape jealous.
It's a cloak, not a cape, and it definitely wouldn't be jealous of you.
I'm calling it now. You two are gonna be best friends before this thing is over.
So that was Lilith, huh? She has a real 90s album cover vibe.
1690s, maybe. Hard to believe she's the Hunter's mother.
Resemblance dwindles when one is twisted by Chthon's power.
Whose power?
Chthon, the Elder God.
Is Chthon the Elder God of metal bands?
No.
Tony, read your briefings.
Relax, I'm just spinning him up.
You think now's really the time for that? I nearly broke my hand on Lilith's face. She didn't even flinch.
The more dangerous the foe, the funnier I get.
That's debatable.
You should probably go talk to Caretaker. I think she's already got plans for your first mission.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, crazy day, huh?
Crazy indeed.
Lots of new blood around here. Some seriously powerful headliners.
Powerful, yes. But how powerful, we will see.
Big personalities, too.
I think you mean big egos.
But none of that matters unless they can help us get to Wanda.
You see, there's a lot of story there, because Wanda is part of the Midnight Suns in this scenario.
Just gearing up for ye old apocalypse, Hunter. Should have the world saved in less than a fortnight.
I just wish they knew the difference between arrogant and pompous, because Strange is so wildly out of character.
I must admit, Hunter, having studied the tomes and read of your exploits in the past, it had never occurred to me that we might someday face Lilith together.
Well, that could still happen, Guy.
I imagine Caretaker will have a hard time putting you at risk so soon after your awakening, but I doubt Lilith will leave her much of a choice.
Did someone give you a cup of coffee at least? I know I'm useless in the morning without a little boost. We could probably have one of these witches or warlocks magic you over a barista.
Ugh, he used warlocks.
The last thing I thought I'd be doing this morning was bashing Hydra heads across the Sanctum Sanctorum. I am so glad I decided to wash my hero pants last night. It's almost impossible to imagine the horror, the atrocities committed on these grounds all those years ago. Then again, we are less than 20 miles from Fenway Park.
Yeah, there's a lot of backstory.
Well met, Hunter.
A lot of backstory to...
How goes it, Hunter? Or is it the Hunter? No signs of muscle atrophy. You seem pretty healthy for a reanimated corpse. You sure you're not a time-traveling robot?
Okay.
A week ago, this place was like a tomb. A nice, quiet tomb full of things that knew how to mind their own business. And now it's a superhero frat house. And someone used all the hot water this morning.
I think she's blaming Stark.
How's it going?
At least they don't have me stationed in some musty old dungeon like Strange and Stark.
Well, let's hover around
The
him.
table is all yours. Let's get to it.
And let's talk to Auntie. Since it's my mother.
Things are likely to get pretty hectic around here, kiddo. Just like the old days. Take some time to adjust while you can.
Okay. Shall we begin? Cinematic time.
Prophecies be damned. It's good to see that face again. You look like it was yesterday.
And you look older. How long was I in that crypt, Sarah?
No more than a few centuries. You were... missed.
Centuries? And what of Lilith?
Fallen by your hand. Until now.
Yeah, so speaking of Lilith...
Tony?
What? The kid's literally speaking of Lilith.
Tony.
That's my name. Tony. That's, Carol and Dr. Spooky over there. Here to help.
Help with what, exactly?
Oh, I don't know. Throwing the magic amulet into the volcano? Smiting the Dragon Mother? You tell us, kid. You are the chosen one, after all.
Do you recall anything of that last encounter, child?
There was... a voice. The rest is hazy.
Oh, a voice. That's it? A voice? That's what we have to go on?
Results of your long crypt sleep, most likely.
A minor inconvenience. Everything required to restore those memories is contained within my sanctum. I will simply alert Wanda to prepare the necessary rituals.
What? Straight to voicemail?
Some sorcerer supreme.
Must be mystical interference caused by this little pocket dimension of yours.
Perhaps Agatha can help.
Allow me. Alato.
Whoa, what kind of network you running there?
The all-seeing eye of Ereshkigal who judges. Bound to enchanted Babylonian soul glass.
We just call it the mirror table.
Wanda!
The dark force, pushing against the wards. Stephen, where are you?
That's impossible. Nothing on Earth could possibly affect those wards.
Primary
Wanda's
blue.
in trouble. Wanda is trouble.
No one has primary blue eyes.
You'll need my help, of course.
Then let us make haste, Dr. Spooky. Our hunt begins now.
Oh, a first proper mission with all the rules. Are we ready for that? A story mission typically has 2 fights in it.
With
Neither-
everything going on right now, we simply cannot afford to lose contact with the Sanctum or Wanda.
It shouldn't be too difficult here. And we don't have any choice of who to pick, so here we go. Also, we don't have any choice on their cards. It's all new stuff.
Even given the fluctuations in the astral spectrum, I should be seeing something. Unless Bruce is right about gamma interference. If such a thing could even exist. The wards have been activated before, and I've never experienced such a reaction. Or perhaps I have simply erased that timeline so as not to affect my own destiny. I am quite efficient with my future and past selves in that regard.
Anything else? I guess it's time to talk.
Are you ready? The prophecy of the Midnight Sun does not linger, and neither should we. Lilith possesses the Darkhold. If she forced her way into my Sanctum Sanctorum once, I suspect she can do it again.
You are a Sorcerer Supreme. Can you not predict her movements?
Normally, yes. But since your mother breached the Sanctum, my sense of the future has grown volutinous in nature.
Is that another language, or...?
Fuzzy. My predictions are fuzzy.
Another plot hole.
For the first time as Sorcerer Supreme, I cannot foresee how the future unfolds, and with my apprentice in danger, we cannot tarry.
See, the problem I have with this is the hunter is 300 years old, asleep. Okay, so why wouldn't he know what volutinous means? Fuzzy will sound like something that's hairy. So that doesn't work here for me. Anyway, it is what it is. Somebody said it's for the benefit of kids that are playing. I'll give the benefit of the doubt.
I understand the urgency. Your apprentice is in grave danger, yes?
Wanda is no mere apprentice. She is the Scarlet Witch, one of the strongest magical practitioners I have encountered. But she hasn't channeled such power on her own since... Never mind. One crisis at a time. I do not doubt Wanda's capability, but without my predictive acumen, I cannot bolster the wards should she need it. Still, the wards are woven into the Sanctum's very essence. They should hold. In any case, all will be revealed with time. I suggest we make use of it while it still functions.
Okay, I guess we've more to do. Anything else to say?
Knowing how selective the Suns can be, I'm honored to have been given this opportunity to join them.
Now, this is the other thing. Technically, he is an Avenger, I guess, for the past decade or so, but he really is also someone who's been involved in the Midnight Suns back in the day. So, he really
can maintain the wards, I'm certain of that. But perhaps we shouldn't linger?
Yeah, dropping hints. So, the thing with him is, he really is between.
About time.
Not just about time, Mr. Brooks. Time, space, reality, the building blocks of magic. All must be constant for my portals to work properly, yet as we now know, that is no longer the case.
We've heard.
Several times.
Otherwise, I would still be hunting dread maidens in my sleep.
Indeed. And while I certainly appreciate the view of this vista, I fail to see how it will hasten our return to the Sanctum.
Magic is the answer.
No, as I've just stated, magic is the problem.
Your magic is. Not ours. The ground you are standing on exists within two worlds. A mystical anchor point to Ileana's realm that allows her to... Well, I'll just let her show you.
Maybe we'll get to see her in an MCU film, since they're bringing the mutants in. She's really a cool character.
Any more questions?
We should hurry. As much as I'd love to hear a first-hand account of your exploits, time is of the essence, I'm afraid.
Anything else?
I can't help but feel a tinge of impatience. It is my home under siege, after all.
Yeah.
I do hope we haven't already squandered what little time we had to our advantage.
I think he's dropping hints. Okay.
I don't care what Train says. I'm only going to the Sanctum to give Wanda some backup.
Okay, let's do this.
You are standing in limbo. Nexus of all realities, both real or otherwise. A chaotic but secret realm, beyond the influence of Lilith. Thus far.
Are you certain of that? Because I am sensing all kinds of...
dark energy. That feeling you're being watched. General hellhole vibe?
Yes. All these potentialities converging at once? Truly surprising feat, Miss Rasputin. For someone so young, of course.
Ooh, look at that. In another universe?
You think this is crazy?
That was the Hunter.
Wait until you see Manhattan.
From here, magic can open gateways to just about anywhere on our planet, and beyond. We don't want to risk punching through the wards protecting your sanctum, Doctor, so we've chosen a safe exit a few blocks over instead.
Remind me to turn these off before I stream.
It was just a simple miscommunication.
Ocean Avenue. I said Ocean Avenue, Magic.
Oh, man. Remind me that I should turn that off in the future. Or put in another room. Well, this is my first stream, so I'm entitled to it. I'm contractually obligated to make some serious mistakes during my first stream. And by the way, this doesn't look like the village, it looks like Brooklyn.
Hey, I'm walking here. All I ate today was a bagel. Sure, that's a change.
Ew, people.
Well, at least we know the wards of protection are still in place.
For now.
I suggest we hurry.
Arm Alpha in position.
Okay, so we got another heavy.
No one's getting through.
Welcome to New York.
Now we've got all the rules.
I hesitate to call this good news, but I'm seeing minimal Hydra resistance between you and the Sanctum.
Looks can be deceiving, I'm afraid. There's no way these foot soldiers are behind the disruption of the wards of protection.
Now, if you notice this, there's a quick card. A quick card is something that if you knock someone down and you knock them out, you don't lose that card play. You get refunded. So if I hit somebody out and take somebody out, then I'll still have 3 card plays. And that's one of those great things about them. This is one of the bleeding is one of the features that is characteristic of Blade. He can set people to bleed, and sometimes they knock themselves out. So that's good to have too. So let's see what we have in general. Everybody is on this side. Okay. And then we've got a couple of lackeys over here. This guy, by the way, anything that is outlined in blue stuns people. So it's good to even knock someone. If somebody's going to hit you hard, it's not a bad idea to knock them into something. We don't have any such thing right now. I know we're going to want Agamotto's gaze. We don't need healing right now. We just started. We're in full health. Now, when you play this game, it's like a virtual card deck. What you do will eventually come up. We've just taken something off. It's at the bottom of the deck, and it'll eventually come up again. Unless it's something that says exhaust. Exhaust, use it once, you don't see it again. So, get rid of one of these. Yeah. Okay. We haven't done anything yet, so there's no point putting this until we can knock people into lovely things. And quick cards, as they mentioned, will refund if you knock someone out. I don't like his position though. Let me see. Can't really do anything with it. But I do like the idea that we can keep this guy from attacking us.
Of preparation.
So I know that's going to be a waste, but you know what? It's a worthwhile waste.
Good. Never seen that before.
Right. Now you may think that's a little frivolous, but it's another... You know what I like? That takes 15 out? That guy's a 20. That guy's a 20. That's a 10. See, this is a vault. So you can do this. It might reposition him. Now this might not be a bad idea, even though we only use one card. And you'll see why.
Watch closely. This should aid me in my fight.
Because this one will give us extra stuff to work with, right? Make sure we get it right. Knock it into him.
Let me show you the way.
Not bad.
That's a neat trick.
Now we have somebody who's going to attack Blade and somebody who's going to attack Strange. We want to be sure that they don't cause too much damage. Let me see who can do stuff. I mean, they're not exactly close to each other, so there's a disadvantage there. But this is a forceful knockback. A forceful knockback can reach all the way there.
Your fate is sealed.
There you go. So we basically have one guy left to attack.
I think you got him.
I don't know why that's an error. I think it's a bug in the game because we played it already. And we also have a move, and we have two. I don't really see anything to do that'll be worth it. I'm not gonna wait. Do I want to waste that on one guy? Because we could do that. We have two, and we could move somebody over here. Kinda. Well, let's move Hunter over there, maybe. I mean, we could take the hit and see what else comes, and maybe we could slide this into them. I don't know. What else is there? Stunning. If you hit the stun guy, he is going to wake up, and we don't want that because right now he's not going to attack us on his turn. Yeah. And that's the other thing is, if I want to and I'm not lined up properly, I can keep moving the character and that counts as part of the move. The only time that ends is when I do this, or if I decide to switch characters and have them pick an ability. Once that's done, it's over. I could switch around to the other characters and back to this. I'll still be able to move as part of that move. Okay, so it's not going to hit the other guy. We don't want that. But this guy's going to be... So there we go. There's nobody here except for when new ones come in.
Arm Alpha reinforcing.
And that's when the other guy's going to wake up. Now we got 4
That
park
gamma
plays.
spike we detected in your area seems to be growing. Let's assume that's not a good thing.
Gamma or not, I feel the hand of my mother at work here.
Ah, quick. We love quick. Now, the other problem is, what is lifesteal? We just mentioned lifesteal in one of our things. And the feature of lifesteal is pretty self-explanatory. It means that you can attack someone and you could attack somebody and whatever they lose, you gain. So if Blade has something with lifesteal and he's down and he attacks somebody and they're out by 50, we'll get to that number eventually, he'll get 50 up. So we've got that in some of these features. Let's see now. Big fan.
You asked for it.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Okay, another thing you'll see eventually with something like Strange, see how it says apply 2 week enhanced, which is good because it takes someone out more easily that way. But what's really cool about this is when Strange, who himself generates more heroism in general, he will also, his cards will be more valuable. So right now it says 15, it can go up to 30 if he has 4 heroism to play with. So let's see now. Strike, chain 2. I don't know. Make him bleed might be helpful. That means we get more cards to play with. And the next time we attack, next couple things we attack, I don't need this. Well, that's not bad. Chain 2 is something I don't mind. All damage dealing hero abilities have a chance to become critical, or what gamers call crit, when they are drawn. They deal increased damage. The chance of an ability to be critical is determined by a hero's critical chance stat. The bonus damage dealt by a critical ability is determined by a hero's critical damage stat. Okay, I think we just heard that. Let's get a good look at this. They're in close proximity.
Get ready.
One will be out.
Getting chewed up here.
And this guy.
Now that was something.
This guy's bleeding, and the Axe of Angaramus is available for 30. I think we can just take him out, and we're done. And we're...
A doctor and a powerful wizard. Impressive.
And we're done. So let's see what happens next.
Misguided as they are, remember, Hydra is still human, Hunter. Not Lilin.
You were saying? The lifeblood of the Mother pumps through our veins. The Mother is eternal. Hydra is eternal.
Wanna bet?
We cannot let them fail!
The neighborhood association is not going to like this.
Nope.
I'll handle it.
Or not. We do not fear your magic, little wizard.
Uh-oh.
We have answered the mother's call. We are venom to all who oppose her. And you are lunch.
We are Venom and you are Lunch. Now, there's a lot of interesting things to unpack here. First of all, when you have one of the Fallen, which are villains or other characters that are in control by Lilith, and they're the objective, you usually have to take them out twice. And they already have really high, count, so it's a tricky thing. But there are ways around it. Powerful enemies like Venom, Fallen Venom, do not forecast which hero they intend to attack. They may attack multiple times. In fact, typically they do attack twice. So watch out. Now, one of the things we can do...
That certainly escalated quickly. Do I even want to know what that beast is?
It calls itself Venom. Until now, a pale imitation of a very heroic young friend of mine.
We will feed your ugly tongue to the spider wizard. Marinate it in his stomach juices and eat it with his spleen.
Sorry, I'm trying not to laugh. He gives a lot of cooking advice. It's really fun. Now, let me see. Quick Slash is a wonderful thing to start with. I wonder if it's the right place to go. Now, one of the things we have here when you kind of look at your environment before you play is we have over here 3 air conditioning units, all blue. We have also something over here, blue. You do want to try to get him into something so he'll be stunned and only attack one of the heroes during his turn. And that's a good way to cut him down, because he's got 133. I mean, yow. So, and also, when you have these, look at that. If you could get him in range or something like that, I mean, it only does 10 now, but that'll change. And you don't want any of your heroes caught in that. You can see that this is going to hit Blade if you ever blew that up while he's standing there. So, what do you do? I love a good forceful knockback when that happens, but how do you do that? You obviously want to get the hunter in a place where he can, you know, ricochet Venom into one of those blue spaces. That's definitely a thing. But for now, I think we can save some space here. Oops. That's my mistake, because for some reason I thought that was knockback, so dope. Okay, so I made that mistake. Blessing of the Vishanti. I'm not sure I'm into that right now. I don't know if I'm that into that either, but that can be in our favor at some point. Just don't know if it's now. I just love another quick card. I'll regret this probably. Let's see. Okay.
About time. You kissed the mother with that mouth?
Sorry. It is funny though. Oh, I love killing 2 birds with a stone though. It's just not enough. It's a shame we can't utilize this. Strange, where are you? Oh, okay. No. I'm just trying to figure out what we can do. I would love to just volley that guy into a... with the hunter. That would involve a move. I'm thinking if I can knock him into that barrel, he gets the injury of the barrel and he gets the impact of me throwing him into it, and that can take a lot out and immediately take out this little guy. So it might be worth our while to do a whip. So moving him here. And I don't usually like to waste them like this, but damn, why not? Look at that.
You have earned this. We will heal faster than you.
Now let's see. We have no more redraws, and we have a card play, but we can't play anything. Oh, that's so awful. That means he's gonna hit us twice. They had to pick the random card that didn't have any heroism. Here we go.
We will crack your tiny bones. Squirming only brings us closer.
Oh, okay.
It seems I'm indisposed at the moment.
Whoa! Oh, 4. I'm so suffering.
More fuel for the fire.
Okay. A bound hero with the little icon here that looks like a fan. A hero is bound and unable to act. Use other hero abilities to damage the binding and free them. By the way, it's almost like using, if you use a quick card, you get a refund because
this house belongs to Mother now, as you belong to us. We shall start with your juicy entrails.
Here comes this advice again.
Slowly savor your delicious brains. Are the rest of your mother's children so chatty?
That's pretty funny.
Thankfully, no.
I'm just waiting for the PBS cooking show to debut. Let's see. We still don't need steak. I mean, he's down, but hardly. Quick slash. I love a good knockback, though. If that gets him over in here, no, it doesn't. Darn. What's with? Okay, we'll just have to just do something. Quick slash. Okay, this isn't knockback. We'll take him out. Remember, it doesn't hurt Doctor Strange. It just hurts the symbiote stuff that stuck him. So he's good. I think I'll keep heal around. I don't think he needs it that much, does he? He's still good. So I'm going to take this down. I've still got hope for Axe of Angaramus. Oh, please. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is make a bleed. Give me something that I could.
Still in my prime.
That I could. I can't wait till that works and gives me 2 cards. I'm so spoiled from playing the game in its entirety. It's not much, but you know what? He's gonna take a lot.
Who's next? That hurts.
See, this is gonna take 12 off him just by doing anything. Now let's see. Axe of Angaramus is now 30, which is nice. But we have 1 card play. And none of it seems to involve... Oh. It's 4. I'll do it anyway. Well, let me see. How many of these guys do we have? 1? Hunter's not worried.
Now.
Transcendent.
Okay, so we're done with card plays, but we still have a heroism we could play with, and a move. He's not close to that, but he is close. Is he out of range of that too? Sheesh. Pity about that. Oh, there's 2 of these guys. Really? Oh, well, he is in it. I think he's in it. Oh, let's see. The problem is this. Anybody here gets attacked, they get thrown into this or into here. I don't fancy that. Hunter, what have you got for me? As movements go, and oh, that's got possibilities. Let's do that. Let's take Blade, put him here. Let's put him over here, because this takes only 1.
Get some.
Remember, anything we do like that is going to take him a little bit more damage. That actually might be a good thing. He might actually not get attacked because he's bound. We'll see. But he got injured more, and that means he may have more problems with bleeding. He's got 4 times bleed. So that's good. Okay, so we've got a couple of people. I don't know what they're gonna do with Blade since he's bound.
Monoforms are for the weak.
Not hit like that since ever.
Oh wow, he threw him into a barrel.
was unpleasant.
We may not be ready for this thing yet. Might be smarter to pull back until we know what we're up against here.
Yes. Surrender. Be eaten. Fill our belly with your tasty fear.
I shall fill your belly with my blade, demon.
3 point. Is that 3 points?
Prepare yourselves.
You will suffer for that.
Oh yeah, right, sure. Come on, we need some more quick cards. That's what drives me nuts here. I mean, 33 is all nice and good, but we need quick cards, baby. And this thing takes only 10, so... You know what? I'm gonna do this. It's gonna give us 2 heroism. So when he smacks the hunter again,
Just like old times.
he won't get knocked out. So there is someone behind him, right? Yeah. Yeah, but that's gonna take a heroism. Give cards in your hand 6 additional damage. I'm not too thrilled with that. Always better. Let's see where Strange is on that. See, now I'm thinking in a backhanded way of whipping him into the stun by first taking this and getting Windswatum and getting this guy out of the way, and then having him knock into there. Might be too far though. I'm not sure. When it's forceful knockback, there is quite a bit, and that is favorable. Or you can knock him into any direction. I just don't like to discard a random card thing. Damn it. Pardon my... I'm gonna do this again. It's worth it.
Just what this battle requires.
Don't need this. Quick slash. I love you! That's what I wanted! Oh, and I forgot quick slash is the knockback. Darn. I can't believe I made this mistake. I feel like such a... Well, you know what? I can say that. I am a noob. I'm playing this game from the beginning again. But I usually do much better than this. We have a move. We got 6 freaking heroism. And I just used something thinking I was going to knock him back. And I want Dr. Strange to get away from where you can get stunned.
The endless search for wealth and power with just a tinge of fascism. Hydra will never change.
At this moment, Blade's in a better place. He's not going to get attacked this turn. As you can see, I can still move him
It's
until I'm
remarkable how well Hydra manages to
in a
attract
place I
new
like.
recruits despite decades of ineptitude.
Let's see if this is what I want. Yeah, this I like. And he's gonna go because he's gonna bleed. Hopefully before he attacks anyone. Because we don't have anything else we can do, is there? Oh. Maybe, you know, okay. I guess now this guy can attack. And now that he's been knocked out...
No escape from me, demon.
Hold up. We don't know what we're dealing with yet.
We need more cooking advice.
Hey, big guy!
Yay!
I was in the neighborhood. You know, being friendly. Seemed like you folks could use a hand, Doc. Jeez, Eddie, what happened to you? That's sort of a horrifyingly terrible new look. The tongue was gross enough, but whoa! Someone is extra touchy today.
We will rip your face off and suck the marrow from your bones!
Always nice to see you too, buddy. So, I'm thinking your friends here could use a little break. How about I take Eddie here for his afternoon walk? Don't worry, Doc. That's just his way of saying he cares!
Yay! I guess we were good enough. Ooh. Now we could also edit this and maybe... Yeah. It's our first outing. Let's do it. Let us be the big ones. So we got our own comic book cover. Even despite a couple of mistakes, we didn't get terribly injured. And we got them done in a pretty good time. I'm used to so many enhancements in these cards, I have to think much simpler, that some things don't have knockback, some things don't have this, some things don't have that. I've got to dial it back. But still, wasn't terrible.
Congratulations.
New world or not, some things remain unchanged.
The look.
What look?
Boldly charging headfirst into the jaws of your enemy. Courageously risking the lives of yourself and your teammates. Just to play the hero. This is the Fire Dragon all over again.
Fire Dragoon. My memories may be fragmented, but as I recall, I killed the bastard.
And all it cost was a village.
Of course. I see it now. The look.
Cut him some slack. It wasn't that simple.
It never is. Which is why I sent you to help. If Spider-Man hadn't come along today, we could have lost far more than
the Sanctum?
Or Wanda.
She means I could have died. Again, putting an end to her eternal crusade against my mother.
You've been through a lot. For now, it's enough that you all made it back in one piece. More or less. We'll talk more later. Get some rest.
Now, what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to stop it after a few chats here with Auntie. And
Not to be the nagging old lady, but I told you not to push too hard. Now that things have settled down, you should get some rest. It won't always be this quiet.
because we want to give a little bit of time and before we meet Stark and head for Abby stuff, because that's going to be a whole other bunch of activity. The things that you do in this game break down between interacting with the heroes, Abby stuff, eventually upgrading and getting everybody's abilities and editing their stuff. Right now we have default abilities that are given to us by the game, but as we get more things, we can do a lot of editing. And eventually we're going to be exploring the ground. See, those statues over there mean something. Those chests that are all around have special stuff that we could use. There's some neat things to investigate. And also we're going to investigate the hunter and what did he do to win the first time. We're going to be investigating that as well. So there's a lot to take in. And we'll do that in the next chapter. So we'll just see what these guys have to say.
Fiasco.
And it would have been far worse had Spider-Man not arrived when he did.
No kidding. Caretaker would have been pissed if Venom had actually eaten a hunter.
Yes, one disaster averted. But we still need to figure out how to get Wanda and the Sanctum back.
So you can see, he has the same objective as everyone else in the Midnight Suns. Wanda was taken in and became a disciple, but also, you know, he also values, maybe at a time...
Not bad, Hunter. Not bad at all.
Maybe at a time when she wasn't welcome here, he took her in. So it was a risk he was willing to take for somebody. So to lose someone like that to Lilith, that's just as important to him as it is to the Suns. Anyway, at this point, I'm going to save the game, and I'm going to continue it next time. I'm going to also take a look and see what I did right and what I did wrong in the stream itself, because I want to become technically proficient. For someone who used to do tech support, I think I could learn and fine-tune this. And we'll also see what Stark wants. I mean, we know he's not really into magic, so he probably wants to be, you know, walk to his room because he's a chicken. But we'll find out at that point. Until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see what happens. And if this is good, I'm going to take this and probably move it on to YouTube for the future. Ciao!